Good afternoon. My name is Harry Jonathan Freddy, metric ID SE20103. Right now, our group will present our presentation about the workplace risk assessment. Next. I'm going to be the first to present. As you can see in the picture, it is an electrical accident. Electrical accidents are very common in the workplace and they are caused by unprotected exposure to high voltage electrical outlets. And for the operating procedure step, it is doing electrical inspection and testing. And for next for a description of the activity, the man is doing electrical installation and repairs. Example like changing the electrical circuit and repairing uninsulated wires. And for the type of hazard, it is electrical hazard. The description of hazard is repairing uninsulated wires, broken cord, and exposed electrical circuits before inspection. And for the description of causes, the man is repairing exposed electrical circuits before inspection, which can lead to damage the insulation inside and cause electrical shock. For description of the consequences, electrical shock can be categorized as severe injury because when body is in contact with electricity, it causes the current to run through your body and worstly it can lead to heart and respiratory failures. Next, I'm going to talk about the risk analysis before. The likelihood is 4 because it has a good chance of occurring and it is not unusual. And for the level of severity is 3 because it is categorized as serious, which has non-fatal injury but permanent disability. And the ranking of the risk is 14 and the risk level is medium. Next, I'm going to talk about the risk analysis for the after. The likelihood is 3 because it might occur at some time in the future. It may not occur at some time, but in the future it might happen. And for the level of severity is 3 because it is categorized as a serious, non-fatal injury but permanent disability. The ranking of the risk is 14 and the risk level is medium. That's all from me. Next, I'm going to pass to the next presenter.
My name is Erin and my student ID is SE20098. So as you can see in the picture they have provided, the operating procedure step is the worker is doing the stock carrying work and arranging the stock in the workplace. The description of the activity, the worker is trying to arrange stocks on high place. The type of hazard for this activity is safety hazard. This description of hazard is the worker need to climb up something to reach the high place to arrange the stocks. Description of causes. The workers is using the forklift lifter by standing on it to reach the hook and the high place to arrange the stock accordingly, and this will cause the worker fell down from the high place, and it is very dangerous. Description of the consequences is a major injury for this activity because the worker will injure their bones of the hands and legs. The worst case is the worker might die if the worker fell on the ground by head first. So now I'm going to talk about the risk analysis before being done. So the likelihood of this activity is rating 3 because it happens several times in the workplace and it is unusual. The severity rating for this activity is 4 because it is very dangerous for every workers that done this activity in the workplace. And both these rating can bring to risk rating of 12 and the risk level is medium. So the risk analysis for after is the likelihood can be decreased to rating of 2 and the severity is maintained as 4, which contribute to risk rating of 8 and the risk level is medium. That's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter.
Hey, my name is Cathy Rajendran and my student ID is STSE201007. So I will explain about my workplace risk assessment sheet. So the operating procedure step for this assessment is load and unload material, move them to storage facility. I mean for this picture is load and unload materials, move them to storage facilities. The distribution of the activity is forklift used to lift and move material. Next, the type of the hazard that I get is physical, which is exposed to whole body, all body vibration caused by constructed of forklift. And the ergonomic is we have a pain and the low back and muscle contraction. The description of hazard is he uses smartphone during operating the forklift. Next, the next description of causes is use smartphone when operating a forklift may cause accidents such as accidentally hit a person by forklift because did not give attention when operating the forklift. So the description of the consequences is major injury because if the forklift hits someone, it will injury at the worker's bone and it causes die. The risk analysis before that I get is the likelihood is level number 4 is because this is possible and has a good chance for occurring and not usual. And the severity is level number 3 is because not fatal injury but permanently disability. And the risk level that I get before the risk analysis is medium. The risk analysis or after is likelihood I get level number 2. It is because it has not been become the occur after the many years, and the severity also I get level number 2 is because disabiliting but not permanent injury. So I get the risk ranking 4, which is risk level I got low. So I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Izhami Muhammad Mazwan. My student ID is SE20109. Right now, I want to present about workplace risk assessment sheet, WRA. First thing is operating procedure step. Monitor is employee doing work. Next is description of the activity. Both of them are active and incentive to the behavior of the inspector, such as the monitor not observe his worker wisely. The type of hazard is safety hazard. Description of hazard, they should observe their worker while on duty to avoid from the gators. Then is description of causes. When they are not monitored, the worker will do the job carelessly. And then is description of the consequences. It is the major injury. The workers will be more at risk of a series of events that could result in death. It is very dangerous for other workers to having a work. Subsequently is risk analysis before. The likelihood is number 2 because it has not been known to occur after many years. The severity is, I think, is 1 because the benign abrasion, bruise, cut, first aid, and type injury. The risk ranking I think is 12 because it is high. And the risk level it is a medium. Furthermore, risk analysis after. I think likelihood is 5 because the most likely result of the hazard event being realized. The severity is 4 because the approximately one single fatality measure property damage if hazard is realized. And the 22 is the risk ranking. The risk level is high. So that's all from me. I send to the next presenter.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Muhammad. Today I'm going to present about workplace risk assessment sheet. So the first thing is operating produce step is doing a box transfer. For the description of the activity is lifting the boxes without using any equipment. The type of hazard is physical. Description of hazard is the weight of the boxes that lift up by the workers. Description of causes is the risk of injury increases when bending, twisting, heavy loads, and awkward posture are involved. Ergonom- ergonomic controls can reduce risk and prevent injury. For the description of the consequence is minor injury. The workers will get uh, the workers will get the workers bone will get hurt. So for the risk analysis before, I put likelihood 4, severity 3, and risk ranking is 12. So the risk level is medium. For the after risk analysis, likelihood is 3, severity is 3, and risk ranking is 9. But the risk level is still medium because the workers will lift up heavy bosses daily. So that's all for me today. Thank you.